I welcome you all to our lesson 2 under quadratic equation. So this was the first question that I gave you in the previous exercise, and I discovered that a lot of us were making simple mistakes. So I just want us to go through this. We see where we are making mistakes, where we are not understanding. So even as we start, I want you to walk with me, and I want you to pay much attention to this. So the first thing you need to do whenever you see a quadratic equation, this is a quadratic equation which is given. So the first thing that you have to do, the first thing that you need to do is to ask yourself, is this quadratic equation properly written in a way that it is supposed to be written? That is the first thing that should come to your mind. You ask yourself, is this written in a way that it is supposed to be written? Check. What is the format of a quadratic equation? The format of a quadratic equation is like this. Ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is how it should be. This is how the arrangement is supposed to be. So you ask yourself, is this quadratic equation written in this format? The answer is what? No. Because here they have started with a constant, meaning that we need to do what? We need to rearrange this. We need to start with this one, which is having a square, this is square, even this one having a square. So this is what we are going to start with. So what are we supposed to do? This is negative. So I'll say negative 5m squared. Then this one minus, it is a minus here, minus 2m, then a constant. This is a positive, have you seen? So that is a plus 1, then equal to what? Equal to 0. That's what you are supposed to do. After you do this, you check now. This is now written in this format. So since it is written in this format, what are we supposed to do? You find A. What is your A? This one that is having a squared, that is your A. So negative 5. Signs are very important in mathematics. B, this one, negative 2. C, which one is C? 1. After you do this, after all these are done, what is the next thing? What are you supposed to do next? What you're supposed to do next, write now the formula. The same way I'm answering this is the same way that I want you to be answering. You write the what? The formula. So let's write the formula. What's our formula? The formula starts with x is equal to. So if I ask you a question, do we have x here? No, there is no x. So I need to remove this x and put what is there. There is what? M. So I need to put m is equal to negative b plus or minus. I do this. Then I say b squared minus 4ac. Some people, the same mistake that I was saying after doing the video, I said, you are not supposed to do this. Someone did this. This should reach up to here. Have you seen up to here? This line should be up to there, like this. This is the proper way. You write this, the formula. You write the formula very well. After writing the formula, after you write this formula, then what are you supposed to do next? What's the next thing? So after writing the formula, you substitute. You start now substituting in the formula. So don't say, as long as I'm getting the same answer. No, the way you are writing matters also, because you can tell by the way someone is writing that this person knows what he or she is talking about. Then let's substitute. So we substitute. How are we going to substitute? I say m is equal to, m is equal to what? What is my b? My b is negative 2. So there is a negative there, then negative 2. That is my B. Plus or minus, I do this. What is my B? Negative 2. So I say negative 2 in brackets, then I say square, minus 4. A, what is my A? Negative 5. Cross, I do this. What is my C? 1. I do this. Over. Over what? Over 2 times A. What is my A? Negative 5. This is what I will be doing. So this is what I need to do. Then I evaluate. From here now, I need to evaluate. So let's evaluate that. How are we going to evaluate? M is equal to negative times negative, that's positive. So that's the same as 2 plus or minus. I do that. I say, I do this. Then I evaluate what is in the root there. You write the same way I've written, the exact way. Open bracket, negative 2 cross squared minus 4, open bracket, negative 5 cross, open 1 cross. Same way I've written. What is your answer? The answer that you are going to get, what will be your answer? The answer will be 24. You put your 24 there nicely. You say over. Over what? Here, when you multiply, what are you getting? Negative 10. This is what you are supposed to do. From here now, the next thing that you are going to do, the next thing you need to do, you say M is equal to 2 plus or minus. What is the square root of 24? Square root of 24 is what? Is 4.89897. Just going, I'm going to end there. Then I say over negative 10. Like this. After doing this, after I do this, then I separate because there is plus there or minus. So after doing that, I'm going to separate this. So where I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say M is equal to, I'll start writing from there because of space. So let me do this. Put a boundary line like this. I'm just continuing. So I say M is equal to 2 plus what? There is a 2 plus 4.898979, like that, over what? Negative 10. O M is equal to, I say O M is equal to 2. Since I used plus here I'm going to put minus. Minus what? 4.898979. You finish it. You say over what? Negative 10. You do this over negative 10. Which means that what is your M? Your M is equal to, what is your M? Your M is equal to what? First, you add there. Have you seen? You add. So you say 2 plus 4.898979. You see the answer there. You need to see the what? The answer. You need to look at the answer. So what is your answer? Your answer will be 6.8989799486. So now, that answer that you're able to see on your calculator, you say this same answer you are able to see after you add. Then you say divide by what? Negative 10. What answer are you getting? We are getting negative 0.688989, like that. O M is equal to, what answer are we getting this side? What answer are we getting? So there you say 2 minus 4.898979. What is your answer? What answer are you getting? We are getting negative 2.898979. You say, after, don't divide everything at the same time. You get the long answer. The same way I'm dividing, that's the same way you need to divide. Then after seeing the answer, say divide negative 10. Divide by negative 10. What answer are you getting? We are getting 0.28989, like that. That's the answer we are getting. Then we were told that we are supposed to put these answers to 2 decimal places. So we put these answers to 2 decimal places. How are we supposed to answer such questions? 2 decimal places. The point is here. Have you seen where the point is? So since the point is there, what you are supposed to do, or what you need to do, is that you go where the point is. The point is here. You move how many steps? 2. 1, 2. The boundary line is here. The boundary line is there. This number on your right, is this greater than 5 or less than 5? Greater than 5. Since it is greater than 5, we put a 1 there. So we are going to say m is equal to, so m is equal to negative 0.69. So this is your answer. Or m is equal to what? Here, 2. From here you move 1, 2. The boundary line is here. So is this greater than 9? Yes. Greater than 5? Yes. 1 put there. So 0.29. This is your answer. So these are the 2 answers that you needed to come up with. These are the 2 answers that you needed to answer. So let's make sure that we go through these things. Let's make sure that we understand them clearly. Me, I move according to your understanding. So the way you get to know, the way you understand will determine my speed. So let's make sure that we go through these, we understand them. The reason why we were not able to answer this, maybe we were very fast, or maybe we were not paying attention to this. Let's make sure that we get this, we understand them properly in a way that we are going to answer in an exam. Let me now give you another type in which a question can come. I believe with this, you are able to answer all the questions. Have you seen I had to put M? If there was Z in the question, I need to put Z, like the other question that I gave you. If here we are having Z, so meaning here we need to put Z. This side, we need to be putting Z. If there is X, that's where I put X, just like that. So these are some of the things that you need to do. These are some of the things that you need to understand. Let us look at another question. Another question. I told you that these carries 5 marks, and you can't afford to miss all the 5 marks. 5 marks. You can't fail to get all the 5 marks. You are told to solve. This is also a quadratic equation. It is like this. 3 plus 4 over x. This is the way it is equal to 2 is equal to 4x. You are given this equation. This is the equation you are given to solve. Giving your answer to 2 decimal places. You are given this. How can you solve this? How can you answer such a question? If you've checked through past papers, we received a question that came in an exam like this, and a lot of people complained Some people thought it was not a quadratic equation, but this is a quadratic equation. You are going to see how it is going to be. You are going to understand it. So what we need to do, if there is a fraction, for us to cancel this fraction, because fractions are very difficult to deal with, what we need to do to deal with these fractions, the first thing we need to do for us to deal with these fractions is to multiply throughout the whole equation by this thing which is down here. This is how we deal with fractions. So I'm going to multiply by x throughout the whole equation. So I'm going to say x multiplied by 3 plus x multiplied by 4 over x, like this, which is equal to, this is equal to what? Then I say x multiplied by 4x. This is what I need to do. So these are the procedures you also need to get and understand. From here now, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You start multiplying. What is 3 times x? That is 3x. This and that will be cancelled. So you are going to have plus what? Plus 4, which is equal to, what is x times 4x? It is 4x squared. Have you seen the way I've answered? So like this now, I think now from here you are able to see now that this is now really a quadratic equation. We formed a quadratic equation. So this is what you need to do. This is a step, like a stage that a lot of people failed to reach in an exam, and they all comprehend. So it's all about understanding the concept. Just need to understand the concept. So from here now, what are you supposed to do? You ask yourself, is this written properly? No. We need to start with this one having a square. So this one will come this side. It is a positive. When it comes this side, it's minus 4x squared. These are positives. Plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. This is what you are supposed to do. You do what? You rewrite this. After you rewrite, then you find A, B, and C. This is what you need to do. You find A, B, and C. So you say, what is your A? What is your A in this case? What is our A? Our A is negative 4. We go to B. What is our B? Our B is what? Our B is 3. We go to C. What is our C? Our C is what? Our C is 4. So this is what you need to do. These are steps that you need to get. So after you've done all these steps, after you've done this, you've done that, you've done that. So we found A, B, and C. After we do this, just a matter of now getting the formula. Just needs to get the formula and substitute what you are given. So what are we having? What are we having? We are having x here. We are having x there. So it is what? X is equal to negative b plus or minus. You do this. B squared minus 4ac over what? 2a. This is what you are supposed to do. So these are steps that you need to do. These are steps that you need to get and understand. Have you seen the way I'm answering? This is the same way you also supposed to answer. There is x here because there is x there. So I do this. I say x is now equal to what? What is my p? Negative. My b is what? 3. So I put a 3 there. Plus or minus. What is my b? 3. So 3 squared minus 4. What is my a? Negative 4. What is my c? 4. I do that. Then I say over. Over what? 2 times a. What is my a? Negative 4. This is what I need to do. From here now, I evaluate, I simplify. So you just need to evaluate or simplify. Negative times a positive inside there is negative 3. Plus or minus the square root. What is the square root there? What is in the square root? Let's find everything in the square. You say open bracket 3 cross squared minus 4 open bracket negative 4 cross open bracket 4 cross. What answer are you getting? We are getting 73. So I'm getting 73 there. 73 over, so I can cut this. 73 over what? Negative 8. This is what I need to do. So these are steps that you need to get. These are steps that you need to understand. So this is what you need to do. I want you to understand this, and I want you to get this. After you do this now, you say, so I'm going to continue from here. I'm going to write it here like this to create more space. So I'm going to create more space. I say x, so I hope you were able to follow through, you were able to write. So I'm going to lab this whole part here. I'll lab this whole part. So I say this is x is equal to this. X is equal to what? Negative 3 plus or minus. What is the square root of 73? Here, what is there? We find the what? We find the square root here. We find the square root. What is there? What is the square root of 73? So you use a calculator. You get your calculator. You find the square root of 73. What's the answer? It is 8.544,003. You can end there. There is no problem. You say over. Down we've got negative what? We have negative 8. I do that. After doing this, then I separate. Just a matter of separating. So I say x is equal to negative 3. I will go with plus. Plus 8.544,003 over what? Negative 8. I say O. X is equal to negative 3 minus. Since I used plus, so I'll say minus. Minus what? Minus 8.544,003. I need to finish it. Over what? Over negative 8. Like that. Where I say now x is equal to. So what's the answer there? I type on my calculator. Negative 3 plus 8.544,003. What's the answer? The answer that I'm getting is 5.544,003. That's the answer I'm getting. So after seeing this answer, that's when you divide by negative 8. You say divide by negative 8. What answer are you getting? You are getting negative 0.6930003. That's the answer you're getting. X is equal to. What about this other side? What answer are we getting? The answer that you are getting that side, negative 3 minus 8.544,003. What answer are we getting? The answer that we are getting is what? So the answer that we are getting when we add this side. So when you say negative 3 minus 8.544,003, the answer that we are getting is negative 11.544003. After seeing that answer, then that's when you get to divide with negative 8. Divide by negative 8. The answer is 1.44300. Always we are taught to put these to 2 decimal places. We also do the same thing, where you say x is equal to 2 decimal places, 1, 2. The boundary line is here, and this number is less than 5. So those numbers will maintain. Negative 0.69. This is your answer. Or x is equal to 2 decimal places, 1, 2 here. This is less than 5 to maintain 1.44. So these are your answers. This is what I want you to be doing. These are procedures I want you people to be following. So this is where we are going to end from. And these are private videos. Let's not share them. Only a person that I've sent this video to can access it. So let's not share these. Let's keep them to ourselves. Let us learn through these lessons. If I make a private video, I mean a public, I notify you that you can share this. But these ones, these are our lessons. This is what will make us different from the public ones and those you people that are under my teachings. Thank you so much. So let me just give you 1 or 2 questions that I want you to answer. Let me just give you 1 or 2 questions. I see how you are going to answer them. As you can see, I'm putting all these answers to 2 decimal places. So even the exercise that I'm giving you, supposed to put your answers to 2 decimal places. Make sure you put your answer to 2 decimal places. So solve the following. You know these are quadratic equations. So don't ask me, is this a quadratic equation or not? No. You are taught to solve the equations. How can you solve the equations? The first one that we have is 3 plus 2 over x. So here I'm going to put x is equal to x like this. This is what I've given you, and this is what I want you to answer. This is the first one. And the second one that I want you to practice through, second one that I want you to answer, this is the equation. Let me check this equation. I want you to answer something like this. Just a simple equation, that I want you to answer. It is like this: x squared is equal to 1 minus x, like this. These are just the 2 equations that I want you to answer. So let's make sure we answer them. So to make them different, let me use other letters here. P, I'm going to use P there. Even here, I'll use P, like that. Let's see how we are going to answer these 2 questions. Okay, so this is where we are going to end from. This is the exercise that I've given you. So let's see how we are going to answer this. Let's practice these 2 equations. Thank you so much. So if a lot of people, if everyone gets this correct, that's when we'll be able to proceed to the other topic. So let's make sure we answer this. We see how we are going to answer this one. This is our lesson 2 under quadratic equations. Thank you so much.